Okay, Rod, so a 4-1 win today, a perfect way to open up our new campaign this season.
Yeah, it was really pleasing. You know, I thought we started off really well. Some really good football. You know, we got off to a flyer with an own goal. But to be fair, from the go, it was a great ball in the danger area. Which, you know, I think if one of their lads hadn't have got something on it, we might have got something on it. So, but yeah, listen, you know, the phase of play just before that was excellent. Ollie Muldoon, great ball through to Igo, and you know, Igo does what he does well. He's an intelligent player, and he sees things. So, good ball in the box. But yeah, and as I say, you know, overall really pleased that had a good crowd here today. Considered a lot of people on holiday, and yeah, I was really over the moon. I thought the boys worked hard for a little bit of a spell where I just felt we sort of allowed them to try and play the ball in behind us quite a lot. They went very route one. But to be fair, I felt when we did get the ball down and play, we got out really well, and there were some real good performances. And what I just said to my lads there, to be honest, is really pleasing that we've got the old boys and the new boys, and today was the first game, and obviously massive importance on the 3 points. So yeah, to score 4 at home is always nice. I thought the crowd was excellent today. You could tell it was vibrant round here. You feel that, you know, everybody's come here today to see what we've brought in pre-season, and you know, as far as I'm concerned, they go away happy people.
The opening 9 minutes, or top 11 minutes, saw us score 2 goals. That sort of football that we saw, is that exactly what you're trying to instil in this team?
I think we've got some really exciting players. Yeah, I think, you know, at the end of the day, it's not just about the front line; it's about the midfield as well. Obviously, I think, you know, you look at Ollie Muldoon's, and in there with Churchy, we went with a 4-4-2 today. I sort of went with Jeffers at home in his first game. Just felt that might be, you know, because he's been here before. There weren't a lot between him and Lowe's, if I'm being honest. And then obviously we got the young lad Andy Fennel, who's going to come in and be a good prospect. So, you know, we went with them 2 up top, but I thought we made the right decision. I felt when we didn't drop in as much from our forward line, I felt that the game became a bit stretched. We got a bit deep, and that was allowing them to have no pressure on the ball, so they just kept putting it in behind us, and we wasn't really good at that, because although you win the first ball, we're better when we get on the second and third ball. And I think we've got plenty of pace and movement now that we can stretch teams and look very excited. We probably never had that last year, if I'm being honest. We probably never had that amount of pace and trickery that can hurt teams. But you know, you have to also be mindful that it's not all about just pace and trickery. You've got to win your battles. You've got to, you know, defensively we've got to be strong, and collectively we've got to be a team. And I think you've seen a lot of that today. If I'm being honest, yeah, I mean, disappointed. Obviously, he goes missed the penalty as well. You've got to say it's a good save from the keeper, but I fancy him every time. And you know, then obviously my biggest disappointment was probably conceding the goal, which you have to give Hampton credit. I felt they come back in the game and they never give up. Got a team of belief there. Probably not got as many sort of names and players that you'd recognise, but he's got some good lads there. And to be fair today, it's a 4-1, but they've had a right go. It wasn't a 4-1 as far as I'm concerned hammering. They've hit the post at 2-1. They had a little bit of lady luck today. They could have possibly sort of got the game back in, you know, touching distance, but fortunately today we got a little bit of the rub of the green on that situation. But you know, I just felt our performance was well worth a win.
And finally, Andy Fennel scored after bringing them on late on. Just how exciting do you think his chances are this season?
Yeah, Andy's done well. Andy'll do well. He's something different to what we've normally had. He reminds me a bit like Hugo that was here before Skeppel, that you know, is a lively, bright lad. I think they played in the same youth team. And that's what I've seen in him, and to be fair, you know, he's going to have to handle a little bit of the manliness. He ain't going to get it all his own way that he would do sort of like maybe 4 divisions below. But I've got to be honest, when he got in front of the goal with that finish, he was very, very composed, and that's going to do him no harm. He's a Chelmsford City boy, he's a Chelmsford City player, and to be fair, he's a Chelmsford City future. So, you know, we're really pleased, and as I say, you know, he's a good lad. I think being around our type of boys, it will man him up a bit and bring him out, because he's very grounded and keeps his head down. We want him to stay like that, but obviously I think with the boys, they just sort of just bring a little bit more out of him at this level. So yeah, all good. I mean, that was for his family and all that was here today. That's lovely, playing for your home city, if you like, and not only being in and around the first team, but coming off the bench and scoring a goal. So listen, that's what football's all about for some people. This is only the start of his dreams, and hopefully we can all say as a club, we help develop that player. So, but listen, take nothing away from the rest of my boys. I thought some great debuts out there today. I thought Sam Higgins is just different class at times, and it's good to have Jeffers back, and loads have come on and showed us some good positives, and Fraser Shaw done well, Ollie Muldoon. So, and then we had the old boys really that have been with me now for a season or two, which is your Raties, your Churches, your Mickey Splains, your Elliots. Let's not take that away, Cascavell, let's take nothing away. Them boys have been tremendous today. So, but listen, one game don't make a season, and one game can sometimes get supporters and everybody excited. The forum will probably blow up later and we're going to win the league and all that. No, that's not the case. We won a game of football. We've got a very tough one to look after on Tuesday. And it's not about now. This is just another foundation that we're trying to lay to try and give us a platform to maintain having a successful season.